Yes, everything that you're going to see here was is directly drawn from Mark. Again, we're gonna talk about our red light sweep here. Rick was able to mention it. So when we got started, we talked about the building of the offense. And I think number one, you have to have an identity. Power with deception is ours. The lost art of football is faking. And I think that our offense, the fly offense itself, and again, whether you're a slot T guy, I've loved listening to the pistol wing T guys and the under center wing T guys and the slot T, no matter who you are, all of us believe that power with deception is the key to winning football games. And I think, we're no different. Number two, establish a signature play. I think all of us that are on this call that are listening to this, we all believe whether you're a buck sweep guy or a jet sweep guy or a fly sweep guy like I am, I think, we all, it's to hang our hat on. This is a play that no matter who you are or what you do, we're going to either run this play or we're going to look at what you do and adjust and take what you're giving us, take what it gives us. So, there's a quote there from the good Dr. Speckman that you've got on there. We're going to beat you with the sweep or we're going to beat you with the sweep. The entire offense is based on if you don't rotate your secondary, if you don't bump your linebackers, if you don't, peel blitz your defensive ends upfield, if you don't do something special to take away that fly sweep, we're going to run it. And my first two sessions were about running the perimeter fly sweep. The first session was based on, well, I guess let me get the slide here for you. Our first session was based on wide zone blocking. Our second session was based on plays that were blocked, run options, if you will, whether it's something away from the sweep, whether it's a wide zone play into the boundary, whether it's a trap play in the A-gap, whether it's an off-tackle power play, you're stopping the feet of the defense, causing them to fit an inside run, whatever would happen to be. If you're able to get that done, you can run the fly sweep on the perimeter. The third kind of sweep that we want to run is based on the C-gap. And again, I'll use Mark as an example. As we've done this, Mark, Rick had mentioned that Mark is kind of between jobs right now. He's going to be the first virtual analyst of Whiteland High School football this year, which he did over COVID when we were playing and they weren't. But again, all these things that you're seeing, there's a system that was installed many, many years ago. And all we've done is add to it. He mentioned Phil Grams and Ernie Cooper at Granite Bay High School and Steve Valek at Liberty High School in Seattle. We've all added things to this as time has gone by. And I think, all the contributions, if you've got people that are part of your network. So we're going to talk about the red sweep. So the red sweep fits into this mix as designing the rest of your attack for the defensive reaction of the defense. So I think it's important. And the last thing is we practice all of the fronts every week. All of you on here, again, slot T, wing T, pistol wing T, doesn't matter what you are. Slot T, if you run a system offense, you don't see the same defense that everybody runs against everybody else. So your kids better be able to adjust. In session 1 and 2, we talked about our perimeter blocking scheme. Now we're going to talk about our C-gap blocking scheme. So these are our C-gap sweeps. So we're going to show you red sweep. So again, this is our cut sweep. So we're getting hard flow into the D-gap where they're coming. We talked about last session, the force players, the number 2 who feather the sweep. If they feather the sweep, they're saying, hey, we are not going to let you get to the D-gap. You're not going to get the ball outside. That opens up the giant C-gap. So what we do is we open the C-gap 2 ways. We're going to pin and pull, which is a little different than the rest of America pins and pulls. We're going to pin and pull, or we're going to block outside zone and put the ball into the C-gap. So what we're doing is we are looking at cutting the ball into the C-gap if they give you the C-gap, which a lot of us, this play basically came from hash mark number sideline, keep running it, and then there's this giant C-gap that's open. How do we get to it? So again, what we've done is we've come up with a way to get into the D-gap. Here's some video. Here's a red sweep. So at the top of the screen, you can see hopefully you can see that this is going to be a man call. I'll show it from this angle So you can see there's the 1-2-3 cut. Not a great cut by the sweeper, by the way. We want him to make a 3-step cut. We had middle school speed development this morning. That's what we worked on, was 3-step plant and cut. But again, what you're going to see here when you watch it is you're going to see how the fullback is selling the green sweep. There's this timing step. He's going to attack the 3. And then we'll show you from the end zone what this looks like. So here's from the end zone. This is a great look at it. So right now, they came to the ball and said, hey, I think that this C gap is open. But the tackle said, no, this is a man call. So this is that example of a man call where the C gap is open, but the tackle said, I think there's a 4-eye here. Like, I got to block the 4-eye. So him and the tackle, or him and the tight end, I'm sorry, do the same thing, and they drive. The fullback enters to block the 3. And there's your entry. So this is one of the hardest ones. Notice the center's got play side footwork, right? I would have loved the guard on the backside linebacker, which is where he is. And we're in pretty good shape. If they overrun the play, we wash them by. But that's the reason why the 3-step cut exists. All right, here's another red sweep with the same ball carrier and same blockers. I'm going to show you 3 years worth of stuff here, so you'll see different dudes doing the same thing. But here's an example of a much better cut. This is a much better technique with a much better cut. You'll watch him. 1, 2, 3, cut the ball inside. But you can see the defense. Look at the reaction of the defense. As soon as the motion starts, those dudes are aiming for the D gap, man. They are flying to the D gap. They got a linebacker going. They got a safety going. Everybody's running to the D gap. So now the opening is in. Now, here's the secret sauce to the play, guys. The secret sauce to the play is watch the receiver to the play side. Watch number 1 out here. Go get the 4. Go block the deepest cat on the field. So he's going to sprint by everybody, go block the deepest dude on the field. Now, just getting a piece of that 4. Would I have liked him to shimmy better? Yes. If you want to know what shimmy is, watch talk number 2. If you're going to get on that shimmy, that's the best place to go. Watch it from the end zone. This is going to be another example of a man block. I'm showing you 2 man calls. The C gap is open. Why doesn't the tackle say, okay, I got it, out, out? Because there's a 4 technique on his inside shoulder. So he's going to block the 4. We're going to open the hole like ISO. 3 steps by the fullback. We want the fullback on the inside shoulder pad. The fullback's got to be on the inside shoulder pad. And then watch the sweeper. 1, 2, 3, plant, cut. Break, plant, separate. Tony Villani, guys, if you don't do speed development and change of direction, look up Tony Villani. Look it up. Break, plant, separate. Big deal. All right, got to make sure you do that. We did it with 55 middle schoolers before I got on the talk here today. Here's another man call. I'm going to show you another man. I got a couple more to show you. Here's another man call. Again, could this one have been out? Yes, definitely could have been out. But the reason I wanted to show you this one was because it's really hard to screw it up. Some people eat block this. Like literally, there are people, we talked about Mark Speckman. Mark eat blocks all of them. He doesn't care where they're lined up. He eat blocks them. But again, there's an example of a man block. But notice the sweeper nice and tight because we want to be on the inside hip of the fullback. We really, really want to be on the inside hip of the fullback right there because they're going to flow. They're going to flow with you. You're a fly sweep team. They're going to flow. They're not going to blitz. They're not going to line stunt, right? They're going to flow because, again, the signature play is running the ball on the perimeter. All good stuff. Here's another one. We're pitching it to the tailback against the 3 safety look. This is one of those 3 high safety teams that we all know we see. So again, the call is going to be a man call because we got the 4-eye on the inside. And there's a really good look at it. It's a great first sound. This is a pre-shift formation for us. We like to shift out of this. So we run these tailback tosses to, again, what are you trying to protect? Protect your best plays, protect your best shifts, create tendencies so you can break them. All right. Again, the master, the art of deception is creating those tendencies that you can break as well. So here's another example of the man call. Again, sorry about the camera angle. You can see the guard running by the hole. You can see the guard who gets up on the mic. Again, not the greatest camera work. Sorry. It might have been windy this night. But again, the key is you can see 78 ran him by the hole. All right. But again, I'm trying to show you the blocking schemes as they look up front.